Yu-Gi-Oh! I like all the series. Everybody has their favorites, but I like them all from the first one all the way up to Zeo. I hate when people say Zexo. It's not Zexo. It's Zeo or whatever. Now we're gonna have Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V, Arc 5. That's gonna be awesome. I'm always excited for a new series. I mean, I do have something against Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeo. I love the first series. I hate the dub. So if y'all hate the dub too, I support you on that. If you hate the series because of the English dub, I agree. The English dub sucks ass. I hate the voice acting. But that's why I watched the Japanese version. I like it better. The voice acting is better. But the second Zeo second season, not. It started off a little bit good just because it was different. It's like, oh my god, we got number monsters beyond 100. Oh man, that was cool and all. But after like the first half of the series of season 2, it got a little dry. Just because it's like, love the series, but what I mean, let's hurry up and just complete the numbers and let's get Astro all his memories back and so on and so on. So it's like, let's hurry up. If you achieve something, you're just stalling, just stalling. Damn, wasting a lot of time. Love the fact that they're gonna make they have another series. And it's like, yes, more Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! For life. I can never get enough of the animes. That's what gives me motivation. That's what inspires me to be creative and create new things. Think outside the box. Instead of doing what a lot of other people do, net deck and follow the meta. It's like, oh, okay, in this format, this deck is popular, so let's play this deck. It's like, no, I could do better, and that's the point. That's why I play the way I play. That's why I build the decks I build. It's because I could do better. Sometimes it's just I have an idea. I'm like, why no one playing this deck? And I try to figure out why. It's like, well, one, Konami didn't give it enough support to do anything. Like, it didn't give it a winning strategy. It just gave you a couple cards and that's it. Like, for example, Amazon. It's like, all right, you gave us some good cards, but you didn't give us everything. Some of the cards are okay, but not really worth playing. Like, you gave us a spell of an Amazon creature swap, basically, but it's like, nah, I'd rather just play creature swap or enemy control or something of that nature, because it works better. Or mind control or something. But anyway, it's like, how can I make the deck good? Because Konami ain't gonna do it. They obviously had the opportunity to do it. They created the archetype. They could have made it good right off the bat. I agree. One thing, Amazon Swordler was the best. She was great. Now imagine if all the Amazons had that same effect, right? And then you created the Queen, which makes it where the Amazons can't die as a result of battle. Perfect. Would have been great if she was a level 4, but that would have been nice. And it would have made it even better if she could special summon. That way you can normal summon Swordswoman, special summon her, and then boom, now you can keep smashing Swordswoman into your opponent's monsters and beat him that way. So that's a good strategy. But anyways, like, how can you make them work pretty good? The only real good monster in the deck, in the archetype, is Swordswoman, so you want to exploit her effect. If she has 0 attack, she'd be even better. But they gave her attack, so you have to work with it. You have to figure out a way to reduce her attack to make her more of a threat, and then to make her be able to attack more than once, so that way your opponent takes double damage, like with twin swords or something like that. Or you just summon all 3 Swordswoman, reduce all their attacks to 0, and then just bash her right into your opponent's strongest monster. And win that way. And then, I even created the OTK for that. just doing that same concept. The idea was to summon all three, reduce them to 0, and then attack your opponent's monster until he loses. But this is about the anime. And then I'm excited for the new series. That's mainly it. I just want to, give my 2 cents on it, basically. So I love all the series. All of them had their purpose. Yugioh was also about the original, the first series. The whole Egyptian thing, the whole mythical thing. The Egyptian gods were awesome. That was just great, awesome fantasy-based entertainment. But because we actually had the card game, and it kind of sucked that what they do in the anime is we can't do in real life. They have cards that we don't. They have effects. Some of their cards have effects that the cards we have don't. Like, they have awesome effects in the anime, but then we have the watered down version, which it just sucks. Why would you do that? Why would you not give us what we saw in the anime? Then they created Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. One, they played the way we played. That was a difference. You know what I mean? The regular series, you just summoned Blue Eyes. And this one, you actually had a tribute. You know what I mean? And that was awesome. It's like, okay, now this is something we can relate to because they're dueling by the same rules we're dueling by. They're playing the same way we're playing. That's great. That's realistic. We can follow that. Plus, who wouldn't want to go to a school where you duel? You know what I mean? We can show that you got skill and whatnot. Go up rank and stuff like that. That'd be awesome. I would like to do that. And let's see, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Now, I'm an older player, so I automatically felt the appeal of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds because I'm an older player, so the idea of having a motorcycle, doesn't even have to be a motorcycle, it could be a car, and playing card games. It just clicked, for me as an adult. It's like, oh yeah, he's an older Yu-Gi-Oh! player in a city, where dueling, ironically, is slightly illegal. Unless you duel under certain conditions, of course, because you got the duel police. But it was just cool of the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh! Was part of life, part of an adult life, not just a children's card game type of bullshit. You know what I mean? So that was cool to be in a world where Yu-Gi-Oh! Mattered. So that was just appealing to me. Plus, he was an older player. So just imagine it was just really, really cool. I like the idea. It had more of a mature storyline theme. Plus, it was just a great series, along with the other two that came before it. And then Zeal was just nice. It's like, oh yeah, back to the innocence, as it were. Back to enjoying the card game and not immediately thrown into the end of the world scenario. Just dueling, having fun, making friends, the usual. And then over time, progression. Gotta love that. So I hope the new series will be really, really good. I'm already seeing that it's gonna be interesting. The idea of the main character based off of a tomato is pretty funny. Seems interesting. The new Superior Summon, I think it's called. That's gonna be kind of cool. I like the sound of it so far. sounds similar to the idea I thought the XYZs was gonna be. So we'll see how that works out. You know how that works out. Because I always had the idea that if I summon like a Fusilier, which is a 7-star, that I could summon a rank 7 on top of it. Though, that's the way I expected them to be. I expected the XYZs would be in the extra deck, and I could summon a Fusilier, for example, and summon a rank 7 on top of them pretty easily. But then they made it where it's like, oh, you need 2 monsters to do that. It's like, okay, well, still good, Instead of just me using just 1 monster to make it, I need 2 monsters to make it. So it's like, alright, fair enough. I could work with that. And, now we have XYZs. Superior summons, it's going to be, you have a monster, then you summon a superior version. Kind of like an assault mode version, which is going to be kind of cool. I'm a fan. I play assault mode. Stardust assault mode, so I'm already down for the idea of having a superior version of Dark Magician. That'd be cool. They got Dark Magician deck, so I like a superior version of him. Just by summoning Dark Magician, I could just summon a bigger, better version on top of him with an effect. That'd be awesome. And that's it.